Okay, I'm just waiting for notification, brother Mark.
Webinar now streaming live on Facebook.
Yes, sir. I'm just waiting to see it on my phone so I can see everybody who's watching. And we are live. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to a special edition of Off the Record, the People's Podcast with us this evening. We have a great guest, Brother Marc Diesel Muhammad. I want to thank you and your family for you all sacrifice, and I want to extend the greetings on behalf of myself and my family of Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Wa alaikum salam. Please return the greetings to your family, your beautiful mother, your sisters, and old Shadi Shah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, Brother Marc, my first question for you is, when did you first hear the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad?
Well, I first heard the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. It had to be February of 92.
Okay, yes, sir.
I was at a dice game, shooting dice, and I heard someone say, the government of America wants Louis Farrakhan dead. I said to the government of America, bring it on, God damn it, bring it on. I said, damn. Who was that? My partner, his name is Franco. He used to throw the party. He said, oh man, that's the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I said, what? I said, where this cat at? He said, man, he in Chicago. Right down there on Stony Island. I said, man, stop playing. He said, yeah, he down there. I said, oh man, I'm wasting time with you cats, man. What are you doing? I need to be with him.
Okay.
So it was the next Sunday I went, I don't know the lecture, the minister was teaching, and I agree with everything that I heard. The minister said, I would like, if you believe that what you've heard is good and true for our people, I would like the honor of shaking your hand. Now check this out. I stood up to shake the minister's hand. But what came through my mind was, sit down. Man, he ain't gonna shake your hand till he know your name. I sat down. I didn't shake the minister's hand that day. But I proceeded to start going to processing class. Now at this time, I was in the streets.
Okay, yes, sir.
Money was readily accessible to me. And it was my practice to go to the Respect for Life bookstore on Drexel. Brother David worked at the Respect for Life bookstore, and I don't know what brother is, but I used to go in there and buy cases of Message to the Black Man and the Holy Quran, hand out to my people, you know, because I knew this word was good for us. I just didn't know how to break away from readily accessible money.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So one of the things that helped me was one of the spots got raided. And, you know, that's just the cost of doing business in America.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But the issue wasn't the fact that we took a loss. The issue was how we took the loss. And we took the loss because they put a gun to a baby's head. That, for me, that was a non-negotiable. So I knew who it was. I knew who did it. So I went and got what I needed to get and started handling my business. Now, in the midst of me handling my business, because the guys was across the street, I'm letting it ride, and I hear my name be called. I turn around, it's my mother. Now, let me show you how the God worked.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When I turned around to answer my mother's voice, I saw a bullet hit my mother in the forehead. That never happened. I saw it, but it never happened. That was the last day that I worked for readily accessible money. I gave it up and came into the mosque. Now, my journey into the mosque was full of obstacles from the door.
Yes, sir.
You know, I was staying with a young lady. She claimed to be processing. I was processing. I was just trying to find a way to break out of that living situation because I knew that living situation wasn't the proper one. And lo and behold, one Saturday, I get up and I'm like, what's happening? You're not going to MGT class? She said, no, I'm not going. But I noticed, she had on some Daisy Duke. So I asked her again, you not going to class? She said, well, no. And I said, okay. So I waited and she left the apartment. And when she left the apartment, I packed my stuff and moved back into my mother's house and ain't looked back since.
Okay, yes, sir. Now, Bro Mark, I have a quick question. Thank you all for watching. A lot of people saying something like Mark Diesel
Salam.
And giving you the greetings. Excellent. Thank you all for giving me the greetings as well. A lot of people saying they love you as well, Bro Mark. My question to you, Bro Mark, is who was teaching orientation when you went to orientation?
Oh, man, Brother Ronald Muhammad and Brother Joseph. May Allah be pleased with Brother Joseph, man. I recited to Brother Joseph.
Yes,
great,
sir.
great Muslim. Brother Ronald was a heavy hitter. One of the things I remember Brother Ronald talking about was wearing those briefs, leopard skin briefs. And I said, this man has got to be crazy.
Yeah.
Talking about underwear, but I understood it. Because these are things that make our men feminine and we don't even realize. We think we're sexy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, boom. Like Islam to Tracy, like Islam, Brother Jeffrey, and love you more, Brother Joseph, as well. My next question for you, Brother Mark, is who trained you once you came in?
Who trained me how? I got trained in so many ways.
Yes, sir. Well, who were the trainers? Like when you put us back in 1992.
I'll give you a training.
Okay.
I was still in processing class.
Yes, sir.
And had the whole post at a Savior's Day. Didn't know what the hell I was doing, but knew that if anybody ran down that aisle, it was on and cracking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then I got trained by rejection. And I'll tell you, I got a job at the final call. The second day, Brother Rasul, who was Brother Fontaine at that time.
Yes, sir.
I got a job at the doorpost.
Okay.
But because I had not been in the mosque for 90 days, I got properly relieved. Then I got a paid post at base 1. Same service. Hadn't been in the mosque 90 days. Properly relieved. And I gotta say, my security training absolutely came from Brother Wali, formerly known as Jack.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Brother Sadiq, formerly known as Brother Melvin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Brother Rashad. And the great Hamza, straight as an arrow dirt.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Brother, these men would try your little brother's patience. And I'm sure I tried theirs. You know, I wasn't being rebellious. I just wasn't getting pumped. You know, I couldn't hear a man tell the government of America to bring it on and then let somebody pump me. That's not happening. I'm with him. Bring it on.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, those are my trainers. I am forever indebted. I love those brothers dearly, man. Dearly.
Praise be to Allah. My next question is, what was it like when you finally did get to meet the Most Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan?
Man, I've always been in amazement of the minister. I've never been a spooky guy. But when I see how the minister deals with people, he absolutely has to be from God. If Mr. Farrakhan is not from God, I don't need God in my life. You know, I remember one time we were at Midway Airport. This is before 911. And a sister came off the runway, the jetway.
Mm.
And she went to shake the minister's hand, and I grabbed her, right, to block her from getting to the minister. And I felt a tap on my shoulder. I'm thinking it's one of the brothers. I shrugged the hand off me. Hand hit me again, but this time it feels like it weighs 1,000 pounds. I turn around, it's the minister. Keep your hands off our people. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, even when the minister is scolding you or reprimanding you, the essence of love is always there. Always.
Okay, beautiful. How did your parents feel about you, Brother Mark, when you joined the nation?
Well, my father was deceased at that time, but my mother, may Allah be pleased with my loving mother.
Yes, sir.
My mother totally embraced it. My mother would wrap my TV up during Ramadan. I would not watch TV. My mother, with all her aches and pains, would come to Savior's Day.
Praise be to Allah.
Sit for hours. My mother loved the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. My mother embraced my love of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan till one of my children, I don't remember who it was asking my mother, "You think my daddy loved the minister more than he loves me?" And my mother told my child, I don't remember which one it was, "If I were you, I wouldn't ask your father that. Just be thankful that your father is doing something good." So, you know, my mother understood my love. My mother understood my drive. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. My next question is, how did you get into doing the bomb training with the dogs?
Wow, good question. Well, you know, I had always been working with Brother Sadiq and Brother Rashad on the advance in the hotel.
Yes, sir.
So they came to me about EOD K9 because they already knew that I handled dogs. I had Rottweilers.
Yes, sir. No, I'm gonna stop you. But can you clear what that is for people who don't know what that is? Because you just
Rottweiler?
No, you said that. No, you said EO, like those.
Oh, explosive ordnance detection, K9. K9 is the official term for a dog.
Okay, yes, sir.
It's actually a derivative because a dog is a K9, C-A-N-I-N-E. So they just shortened it to K9. So if you need more information on that, be at the National Training Center.
Yes, Brother Mark. I'm just saying, more people watching who aren't registered believers.
Now you come. This year come. I got something special for you.
Okay, yes, sir.
You know, if the COVID-19 doesn't get us.
Okay, yes, sir, Mark. Okay, good. I'm listening.
So, and I used to bring my dog Cujo, and he would be at the palace with me on post. I would be on post. Cujo would be on the other side in the grass laying down. I didn't see him because the thing was, if you jumped over that fence, you'd help him, baby. That's what we at with.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, excellent. So you got into it. Did your dog ever detect or smell something wrong?
Well, let me tell you about JJ. Now this gonna sound crazy because I'm saying, may Allah be pleased, because that's my dog. Hey, that's your problem. JJ was a very excellent EOD K9. In training, JJ would indicate on the locker, then start jumping up in the air. Indicate on the locker, jump up in the air, and I would be like, "Yo, what are you doing? Sit." And trainer kept laughing. And the trainer said, "Don't do that. Let him ride." So he said, "Let me tell you what's happening. It's a bomb in the locker, and it's a bomb in the ceiling fan." He's indicating on both. And you know, so JJ was a very valuable asset. But I have to mention my brother, man. My brother, Randy. Brother Randy also went to EOD K9 training with me. He's dealing with some difficulties, and I always pray that Allah will bring my brother Randy back this way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, Brother Randy sacrificed to go to bomb school.
Mm.
And so I'll always have love in my heart for Brother Randy, man.
Yes, sir.
Always.
Allahu Akbar. And Brother Mark, if you ever see Brother Randy again, please let him know on behalf of myself and my family that we love him and we appreciate his protecting us when we were younger and
Yes,
just always
sir.
being nice to us and driving
Yes,
us. I mean, he was a soldier. He was a soldier. We love Brother Randy.
Man, Riders, that's my man.
Yes, sir. Okay, but Brother Mark, you didn't answer my question on this one. Did the dog ever smell a
I'm not
bomb
at
while you?
liberty to discuss that because
Okay.
of national security concerns.
Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Beautiful. Okay. Yes, sir. My next question is, have you
Even when I
ever
write my book.
Okay, yes, sir, man. When you write your book. Okay, we look forward to reading your book as well. My next question is, have you ever faced fear in your tenure in the nation? And if so, how did you overcome it?
Oh, absolutely. I remember when your father was the supreme captain and CEO of NOI Security, and we had to go secure a property in Pittsburgh.
Mm.
We were out soldiering, and one of the brothers got into an altercation, and it was just he and I on post, and about 60 bloods. And 60 divided by 2, 30 per man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If your man can fight. Remember, I got 30, he got 30. Hell, I might have had to take 15, he take 10. Never know. But before this fight started, the brother and the lost family were arguing. I tried to be the peacemaker, and I got my jaw rocked. This brother hit me in my jaw so hard, my knees was like jello and spaghetti. And I kept remembering to tell myself, don't fall. If you hit the ground, this nigga will stomp the life out of you if you hit
Yes,
the
sir.
ground.
Yes,
So
sir.
but my knees didn't cooperate. My knees buckled. On my way down, I scooped him. When I scooped him, boom! I went to work on his head. We won the fight. Long live Muhammad.
Allahu Akbar.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. Greetings, Brother Henry, Wake Salam family, Mimi, Sister Branda, Brother Daniel, Brother Janelle, so many people. Thank you all. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for watching. My next question is, Brother Mark, speaking of that, when I was younger, there was a story that was told that kind of made me feel very prideful about an altercation you had at the Final Call building with someone who was trying to turn the power off in the Final Call building. Can you give us that story, please?
Oh, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Well, something happened as they usually do when you're paying bills or miss a payment or computer error, whatever.
Yes, sir.
The gas company was attempting to turn the gas off at the Final Call in the dead of winter.
Yes, sir.
Now, if anybody know a Chicago winter, if you cut the gas off, the pipes are going to freeze. If the pipes freeze, they're going to burst. And I just couldn't see allowing the gas to be cut off to cost my nation some money. Now, whether I agreed with if we paid the bill, we didn't pay the bill, that had nothing to do with it for me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What it stood for was these people were trying to cause damage to my nation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
Brother Arf stood there to prevent them from jackhammering and busting the main gas line. The utility worker jacked the jackhammer, turned it on, as if to take the jackhammer and drill through Brother R's foot. I disconnected the hose. And when I disconnected the hose, a utility man hit me in my back. When I came to my senses, he was on the wall being choked out. And the next thing I know, the police came, tried to put their hands in my pocket. I smacked their hands away like, man, you don't put your hands in my pocket.
Yes, sir.
Needless to say, I spent a couple of nights in the confines of the Cook County Jail. Not a pleasant experience, but I would gladly do it again for my nation.
Yes, sir.
And just one of those things, man, that I would do over and over and over again for my nation.
Allahu Akbar. Okay, and just a brief commercial break. On that note, I want to tell you that this podcast is brought to you by my brother Rashad. Video editing. He sponsored this episode with Street Premiere. If you all need some video production, he just got a new drone, so he's shooting crazy. He's doing movies, he's doing video shoots. Reach out to him on social media if you need that. Supreme Men's Fashion in St. Louis, Missouri. Thank you for always sponsoring the podcast. Also, a brother from Kansas City, the FOIETC in Kansas City, Sister Linda's husband, Brother Jabari, sponsored this podcast as well. My sister Miriam's coloring book, ABC I Love Me, as well as the children's book, ABC I Love Me, both of which are on Amazon. Also, my father's new book, A Soldier in the Movement of Christ, Abdul Sharif Muhammad, Part 1. Make sure you all get that on AbdulSharifMuhammad.com. And my second book, Cleopatra, it is on Amazon as well. If you all would have a business you want me to sponsor, let me know. J Imagination on Cash App. I will promote it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube as well. Please like, subscribe, and share because I have reached my max capacity on Facebook. So we're going to be uploading stuff directly to YouTube because I can't add more people on Facebook. Back to you, Brother Mark. My next question is, on the flyer that I used for you, I used a picture of you at the Million Man March on the steps. What was it like leading up to the Million Man March, and what was your function at the Million Man March?
Oh, man. Million Man March. Got to give a shout out to Brother Ernest Muhammad, Black Ice, the logistical commander for the Million Man March. The Million Man March. Not too many words you could say about it. It was phenomenal. We worked from can't see to can't see. And to see the expression of love that was exhibited by Black men was unspeakable, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then to escort the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, I know you don't see me, they edited me out, but it's to escort him down those Capitol stairs to the stage, to the masses of Black men, man, it's unbelievable. It was unbelievable, brother. I mean, words cannot describe the Million Man March. I'm just glad that I've been there.
Yes, sir. Okay, but Mark, I also had a question because this is on behalf of my mother and her 4 children. We wanted to thank you for protecting us when my father will be gone with the Most Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Thank you for your family sacrifice. What made you, do security and make sure that we were okay in Chicago during our tenure there?
Very simply, man, your father served the minister. Period. So serving you all was an honor.
Praise be to Allah.
I mean, this man did whatever the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan wanted done, he executed.
Wow.
So to take y'all home, man, and hell, y'all wasn't no bad children. I done escorted some bad children home. I mean, we're shit. When I say you my nephew for real.
Praise be to Allah.
You know what I'm saying? It was an honor to serve a man that served our father.
Praise be to Allah.
That's why, I was talking about your father the other day. And I told the person I was speaking with that your father can't do no wrong. Any man that serves a man that is saving the lives of millions of people, even a damn wretch like myself, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He deserves honor and respect. I come from the low end, man, of Chicago.
Yes, sir.
I've been blessed to travel around the world with the man of God to see that he is the embodiment of God. Listen, I'm not spooky, man, at all.
Yes, sir.
But I've seen the minister's countenance change the weather. I've seen things, man, from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I've seen the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan hold back the zealots from whooping somebody's ass for disrespecting him.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir. Allahu Akbar.
This man will not allow you to reach out and touch his enemies, even though they're deserving of it. To me, only God could do that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Disrespect me, I'm coming to see you.
Allahu Akbar. Praise be to Allah. Okay, yes, Brother Mark. And thank you all for your comments. My brother Rashad said you made him drink smart water at Savior's Day. He's not letting it go. T. Farrell said that's right. That's love there. Mimi said absolutely right. Thank you. Dr. Henry Carter says outstanding answer. Mimi says all praise be to Allah. Naima says teach. Sister Brandy says praise be to Allah. Sister Bronda said that's right, Brother Mark. Brother Daniel E. Muhammad says we have to defend ourselves. And Sister Ramona puts, well, that's something earlier. And Brother Oliver Muhammad says, appreciate it, bro. Brother Jesse F. X. Ingram says, Allahu Akbar. Brother Craig X. Conwell puts the black fist up. And
what up, Q?
And Asila Uhuru says, that's right. Praise be to Allah. Excellent. Okay, beautiful. My next question for you, bro, Mark.
He's going to drink more than swamp. Coming out business on Facebook.
Yes, sir. Okay, yes, sir. Brother Mark, my next question is, what has been your greatest trial in your tenure in the nation, and how did you overcome it?
My greatest trial?
Yes, sir.
Wow. My greatest trial in the Nation of Islam. Wow. The death of my mother was a great trial for me, but my mother wasn't in the nation.
Yes, sir.
But, my greatest trial was when I got time out. That was something I never saw coming. And not to go into a lot of detail, but when the minister gave me my time, and he showed me my error, brother, it was like he gave me a spoon of honey to swallow. He made it so sweet, so acceptable, you know, that I started boo-hooing like a baby, man.
Yes, sir.
And he came to me and said some words that I'll never forget. And he told me when I got back, and this is where I get confused. He said, either he, speaking of himself, or Allah has something great for you. So, you know, my time out wasn't nothing but a refresher course for me to get more into the Spirit of God, learn to get into my prayers more, because I wasn't staying in the streets. That's dead.
Yes,
that
sir. Yes, sir.
By Allah's permission.
Praise be to Allah. And Brother Sherwin, thank you, sir. And I appreciate that. Brother Mark, you spoke of your mother. Could you please let us know your mother's name?
My mother is the great Georgia Ann Harris David. It's my mama. She's the one that Allah saw fit to bear me. She is the reason why I am the president, CEO of the Mama's Boy LLC all over the world. So yeah, my mama, man. She's right here on my arm. You can't see it, but hey.
Praise be to Allah. Okay. My sister, coming to that, Mimi, your wife said, Sister Shaka said he was greatly hurt when you were out. All praise be to Allah. Brother Peter X, all praise be to Allah. Brother Mark, been there for him since day one. My next question, my sister Mimi wants to know, do you still roller skate? And you said you used to run all the children over on the skating rink. Do you still roller skate, Brother Mark?
Hey, Mimi, you're not supposed to tell secrets. Yeah, I haven't been on wheels in over 10 years, but if somebody want to set up a skating party, I'm jumping back on it.
Okay.
Me.
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna run me over.
Yeah, Brother Truman X, Mini Miney. I'm sorry for butchering your name, brother. Assalamu alaikum. And Mimi says I'm the co-president of the Mamas Board. Thank you, Mimi, for that.
Yeah, thank you.
My next question is, what has been your greatest joy, Brother Mark, in your tenure in the nation?
My greatest joy?
Yes, sir.
Man, bruh, coming from the projects, man, to being able to travel with the man of God, know who the man of God is, know who God is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And man, I'm telling you, every time I see the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, man, he always makes me feel very special.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Always brings me into his bosom. And I always question, am I worthy to be in his presence, man? Nothing spooky, you know, but the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, man, is the exact representative of God, man.
Allahu Akbar. Yes, sir.
Minister Farrakhan teaches love.
Yes, sir.
Minister Farrakhan teaches patience. If I had not heard Minister Farrakhan, I probably wouldn't be a good father. I probably wouldn't be I wouldn't be married. I didn't even believe in marriage at all. I probably wouldn't have care and concern for people.
Yes, sir.
But because I try to follow the example of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, man, I'm not as rough as I could be.
Well, thank Allah for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
But hell, instead of a regular salt, you be getting a diamond edge sauce.
Yes, sir.
If it wasn't for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So add your thanks to your prayers.
Okay, bro, Mark. My next question for you is, what advice would you give to future fathers?
Slow down. Slow down. Look at your surroundings. Look at the environment. And question if this is really an environment that you want to bring a child in. I would advise all of the young Muslims to not be delinquent and negligent in the studying of the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We are scrambling now because of our disobedience.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, if we had pooled our resources, we'd have our own community.
Absolutely.
We'd have a stockpile of beans, staple goods, water, security. We wouldn't care what's going on the outside world.
Yes, sir.
You know, and that's what we need to start teaching, man, is self-sustainability, self-reliance, and the truth of the Mahdi and the Messiah.
Yes, sir. Praise be to Allah. Okay, my next question is, bro, Mark. I see your shirt, purple and gold.
You ain't seen my shirt. Hold on.
I see, bro, Mark with his purple and gold on. If
you talking about this shirt right here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Come on, this shirt right here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, you see what it say though, right?
Yes, sir.
You see what come first?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted.
Okay, bro, Mark. But in that shirt, how was that? How has the journey been for you to pledge and then to become an Omega? How was that?
Well, all I can say is this: it's been a 30-year journey for me, and for me.
Yes, sir.
Everything that I endured was well worth it.
Allahu Akbar.
And, you know, not to just give out a lot of things, but we share principles. You know, some people see the gold boots, they see the throwing of the hooks, they see the young ones stick the tongues out and the hopping and the bopping and the, you know, they got to understand that our watchword is service. Service. And as an FOI, we serve the community.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So there's no borders. The border is the foolishness.
Yes, sir.
If you're a foolish FOI, you'll be a foolish Q.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, I'm sure there's more questions because you know you got a lot of haters out there, but it's all right.
Yes, sir. But they're not gonna ask that on my platform, bro. Mark.
They can come on with it.
My next question is, bro, Mark. You been married for quite some time.
16 years.
How many?
16.
Praise be to Allah.
10 children.
How many?
14 grandchildren. See all these, look at these gray hairs.
What advice would you give to your future husbands, bro, Mark?
Gotta have a lot of patience. You gotta study the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And don't get married. Now, I might get in trouble for this. Don't get married just because you want to have sex.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, sir.
That's going to wear out. That's going to wear out. You know, we have our ups and downs, me and my wife, but I love my little wife.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? My little wife helps to calm me. She can also elevate my temper too. But at the end of the day, if she loves Master Farad Muhammad, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and the honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, those three, not one out of the three, not two out of the three, got to be 3 for 3. She got to be batting 1,000.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We can overcome anything. But before you become a husband, know yourself. Study yourself.
Yes, sir.
Find out if you're a man. You understand? Because there are things that we are required to do for our wives, which may be an obstacle for most of us.
Yes, sir.
Remember now, I want to give away my next subject, but white supremacy is real.
Yes, sir.
You know, we carry the color of white supremacy.
Yes, sir.
We're in a world that's shaped with white supremacy.
Yes, sir.
Even when we do our general orders, there's a hint of white supremacy there. Better than you. Nigga, take this instruction. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So we just have to study and pray for the best.
Praise be to Allah. Okay. How has being a grandfather helped change you?
It ain't changed me. I skip. Now, let me stop. I mean, I think I'm more gentler. I put up with more.
Okay.
I still get that backside though. Tell you something. If you don't whoop your children,
here we go, everybody.
You don't love your children. I'm sorry. Listen to me. I deal with children on an everyday basis. Some of the language that I hear from some of these children, they need to have all their teeth knocked out. You understand?
Yes, sir.
If you don't discipline your children, you set them up for failure. Because they may run into a lunatic who has no resolve, who has no restraint, and will blow your child backside away. And you'll be crying and snotting because you didn't tell Junebug to say yes, sir, instead of saying, nigga, get the fuck out my face. See?
Yes, sir.
We have a responsibility that when we have children, we have to rear them properly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's not my job because I'm the behavior specialist to raise your child at school. It's your job.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, we have to take all these things in consideration.
Praise be to Allah. Okay, bro, Mark, what does the most honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan call you when he sees you?
Really?
You just said it. So that's a great story, bro, Mark. What do you mean?
You know, we got haters on here. But you know what? I want you haters to die in your rage. Because I didn't ask him to call me this. I didn't even ask for this position. And I'm still trying to figure out how and why a wretch like me would be loved by the man of God.
Yes, sir.
Past saviors that I had on my sweater, he said, that was Diesel. Cute, brother. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, you know, you got those mammy-pambies in the nation who say, "Oh, we don't use nicknames." Oh, nickname, beat it. Study. Hell, study on yourself. Remember, it's called self-improvement. Self-improvement.
Yes,
The
sir.
base, foundation of
Yes, sir.
community development. It
Yes,
didn't
sir.
say jump right into developing the community and you're not developed. Develop yourself first.
Yes, sir. Okay, beautiful, bro. I just want to show people how the relationship you have with the minister. That's a beautiful thing that he will see you and you bring joy to him. Okay, my next question, bro, Mark, is what do you do for fun?
Everything.
Mm.
Teaching the youth is my greatest joy, man. I don't
Mm.
even know. I do know. And one day, when I really get my program where I want it, I'm going to bring this sister out in the forefront.
Mm.
I'm not going to say her name yet because I don't have the funds to really reward her the way I want to reward her. She asked me to come speak to a group of youth, and I did. Didn't know what to say. Called on the God. The God allowed me to speak for 2 days. And the response from the young men blew me away. It's on YouTube, but that's my calling, man, dealing with these youth.
It is, yes, sir.
You know, my wife marvels that I'll see a bunch of young guys, they look like thugs. You know what I'm saying? I jump out the car and I roll down on, what's up, young blood? You know, we rap for a while, and she be like, "You're not scared? Scared of what? Scared of me? Scared of me 30 years ago? 40 years ago? No, scared of me. What I'm be scared of me for?"
Yes, sir. Okay, beautiful. My next question for you, bro, Mark, is do you have any? I know the most I'm into is Farrakhan. Let me say this because I know every Muslim says this is the only celebrity. But have you ever had a great interaction with another celebrity that was cool that you got to meet?
Oh man, listen. You know, that is true though, Josh, even though we say that. But before that, I always looked at celebrity as a person that got an opportunity.
Yes, sir.
That's it. You're a human being that got an opportunity to showcase your greatness.
Yes, sir.
Of course, you know, I've done security for Maya. I've worked with Puffy. I've worked with my man Gangsta on the Smoking Groove. Listen,
okay.
I was on tour with the Black Eyed Peas when they first came out. Me and Will I Am and the little Chinese looking brother, we used to sit on the bus for hours just talking. Now look at him. I wish I could call him and get a loan, but hey, whatever. Will I Am. Black Eyed Peas? Okay, I don't know why you freezing. Okay, I don't know what's happening. Are you buffering? Okay, I'm gonna have to take over the interview at this time because he's buffering. Hopefully we'll be back. Josh, you there? We're gonna give him a few minutes, y'all. We're gonna give him a few minutes. I don't know what's going on with his internet. Oh, I'm the host now. Okay. Let me see. Maybe if I hit the chat feature, I can see some no open questions. Okay. So I don't know what's happening. Okay, I guess he's coming back. So, Josh, you coming back? Josh? Josh? Okay, I guess that's it. What do you want me to keep talking about, Sister Baranda? B. Rhonda, what are you talking about? I can't see the questions or remarks. I just got on. What do the minister call me? Sister Baranda? What do the minister call me again? B. Rhonda, what are you talking about? I can't see the questions or remarks. I just got on. Josh, why are you watching? What do the minister call me? Sister Baranda? What do the minister call me again? Okay, so look, while we're waiting for Josh, just type your questions and I'll answer them if I can. Okay, so look, while we're waiting for Josh, just type your questions and I'll answer them if I can. I don't know what's happening. So the devil is always busy. I'm going to be patient and wait and see if my nephew comes back. So the devil is always busy. Have you ever traveled overseas with the minister? If so, what was that like? Oh, yes, ma'am. I've been blessed to travel with the minister overseas. Very nerve-wracking. Have you ever traveled overseas with the minister? If so, what was that like? Oh, yes, ma'am. I've been blessed to travel with the minister overseas. Have I ever seen any of the baby planes while traveling with the minister? Not like I see this FOI on this shirt, no. Okay, well, I guess that's the end of this broadcast. I thank you all for your patience, your understanding, and your questions. Assalamu alaikum.